Welcome to Patch Notes. This is what I'm going to call this show until I can think of something a little bit better, more original name for it. This is whenever an update comes out for a game I'm covering, and if it has any use to the support or healer characters, then that's what I'll be covering. So in Awesomenauts 2.6, I'll start off with what's changed with the Awesomenauts, and then I'll talk about the general updates. So for Genji, he doesn't have a delay on his cocoon anymore. Just whenever you fired a shot, it happens instantly. Before, it used to be just a couple milliseconds, then it would be shot. It was just a very minor change, but it helps with when you need to get away or you don't have to predict your shot anymore. A new feature for Genji is that he has a killing spree bonus. What that is, it's when a certain character reaches a killing spree. Doesn't matter if they have 3 kills or they become a killing machine or if they're legendary. What it appears to be is that when you kill somebody, you get an extra 20 solar. So 30 when an Awesomenaut dies, and I believe whoever kills them gets an extra 30 solar, and if they were on a killing spree, they get an extra 20 solar for ending it. This is a new feature that's supposedly to stop snowballing a little bit. I thought it would stack, it would give an extra 20 per stack of killing sprees, but it looks like it doesn't change beyond extra 20. Another new thing for Genji is that he has the new skin. It's called Grim Genji. It's one of the premium skins. He looks more like a Grim Reaper. And he has new voice lines by Jesse Cox, so it's not the same thing that he was saying before. It more fits an evil version of what the default Genji looks like. I like it a lot. I got it when it first came out. Give it a try. I'm going to be doing live commentary on that sooner or later. There's a lot of new effects on it, lots of great voice lines. I'm quite impressed by Jesse Cox's performance. The skin came out, it was made by someone named Sethos, that's their username. It was a good idea, and it seemed to have been worth the while making the animations and getting the voice acting for it. Very good job. And what's new for Voltar? The price of Euphoric Thoughts, it only gives 8 max heal. The price has reduced from 360 to 250 solar. With the new mechanic of Voltar's heal wave, instead of it used to give 8 plus 8 heals, but where you have to charge up your wave in order to use this item. People don't use it as much because with Happy Thoughts, you upgrade that twice, and it gives more reliable healing instead of waiting a couple seconds to charge up and just keep pressing it. You don't slow down, you get more solar over time. Mixing that with Dreams of Greed, that can get you a lot of money as well. And I'll talk about the blind changes. It doesn't affect the dark matter shots, the blind shots directly. It's just new changes to blind. You can blind a super droid with the item, so you're able to fight him off a little bit better if you don't have the Psycho Connect Repulsion, the item that gives knockback to the wave. So it's really good if you tend to push the lane a lot, if you like killing droids often. Blind has changed. It's now the colors are still black and white, and there's also a black screen around you, so you can't see too far and you can barely see the screen existing. So it seems to work a lot better. I didn't notice much of a change, but I couldn't see anything beyond what was right nearby me. And for Yuri, there are no changes so far in 2.6. So I'll go into the general updates, the big ones, and I'll try to get my thoughts on that. So there's the new shop. And instead of picking your items before a match starts, you're now able to choose any item whenever you enter the shop. So if you get a loadout that doesn't work well with your teammates, or if you're not doing so well with it, you can just pick whatever items you need for the situation. Say Assassins or Leons on you, pick a debuff, find them off that way. Or if you are in a quick pinch, you can get the solar piggy bank to get an extra boost of solar in case you might need it. If you're about to lose, try to fight them off, that type of thing. And you can also choose the Baby Curie Mammoth, which gives 25 to 50% less debuff effect. It affects pretty much everything except knockback. And it doesn't seem to affect knockback because that's what happens for the jump pads. So the jump pads actually just give a knockback effect. As you notice with Yuri and his debuff immunity item, whenever you pop that on jetpack, or for Durable for example, they will go through a jetpack instead of being affected by it because they have that debuff immunity. And AI Station got a makeover. Instead of having the one lane in the center, there's now 2. And there's an incinerator in between that goes off every once in a while. It gives quite a lot of damage. You can lose a couple bars in health in just a few seconds. It gives quite intense rate of fire, but doesn't give any damage over time either, like you don't catch on fire. Probably for the best. It's now called AI Station 205, so it's 2 lanes all the way through. and it has the creeps on the top of the map like before. In between, it's kind of the same, except there are 3 jump pads underneath the platform. One to go right up, one to kind of go towards the turret, and one directly towards the turret. So it kind of gives you a bit of an angle you want to choose, like if you want to go straight up and get to the top lane faster, or if you need to get back to your turret faster, either way like that. And a big change I feel did the most good to the game was the new bots. And they don't act the same. It depends on what league you're in as well. There's new bots for many characters. There's a Genji bot, there's a Ted bot, there's a Scree bot, there's Coco, there's quite a few other characters, and they were made by modders, and the developers put them in. So I think they did quite a good job. In practice matches, you can make them more difficult if you want a challenge, but they're not too dumb, but they're not too powerful either. In the higher league game, their cooldowns are a little bit reduced to help the team that's missing a player. And I think in lower leagues, I think in higher leagues, they're a little more predictable and they have a longer cooldown. So depending on what league you're in, it depends on how much they cheat cooldowns type of thing and how smart they act. So that's the main things of the patch, and that's what's has changed for the characters. I like to keep doing this. I'll try to keep it to major patches. So I'll try to do this for other games as well. But now that I got all that out of the way, I can focus on live commentary now. I was trying to talk about the update and try to play a character at once. It didn't work out so well, but so hopefully this was of use to you, and I'll see you on the battlefield.